everyone. Welcome back to another episode of a gaming podcast, our Lego Batman review. I'm here with my man, I think he might be Batman. I heard. I don't know. Sometimes
why you just want to tell everybody on the?
I think I said I think. I didn't give away the identity.
It's not me. It's not me.
You don't go to Bruce Wayne and be like, "Hey, are you Batman?" He's gonna be like, who told you?" You know, he'd be like, you'll play it off a little bit.
Okay, right? I have a lot of masks, so I could be any of these guys.
The man of many masks, Caboose, how you doing, my man?
I'm good. I'm glad to be sitting here with you and finally get a chance to talk about Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight with you.
Hell yeah. So you know what, with that, we don't want to dangle the carrot for too long.
Sure.
Why don't you give me your quick summary and your score?
Yeah, so I'll kind of reiterate what I've been saying about this game, honestly, since the first time I got my hands on with it, in that it's just the ultimate love letter to all things Batman. Any kind of Batman fan that you are, this game caters to you in some way, whether it's any version of the character on film, the comic books, the animated series. There is so much love for the character here packed into this game, and it's just really fun. Like, that's just what it boils down to me. It doesn't really try to do anything crazy. This is not trying to be Red Dead Redemption 2. You're not going to expect Shakespearean level writing here. It's just fun. And I think what I really love about it too is the combat is very much like the Arkham games. This honestly does feel like, in a lot of ways, an Arkham game with a little Lego coat over it. It's charming. It's witty. It's got so much content, maybe almost too much at some points. And I had a blast with it overall. It's, for me, a solid 8 out of 10. And I couldn't recommend it enough. If you're a Batman fan, if you're a Lego Batman fan, this is right up your alley.
That's amazing. 8 out of 10. And it's kind of amazing you talk about how it feels like an Arkham game, because Rocksteady did help out with this game. People have found out that is either people are quick to leak the game or they're quick to look through the credits to be like, there they are. I see their names and everything. Yep. Was that like a big surprise of that many fans expected, or?
Honestly, yeah, I did not expect that at all. And it's weird because, like I said, when I first got my hands on with the game back at Gamescom in 2025, part of it for me was like, okay, I'm doing a little bit of the free flow bouncing, but it didn't truly feel like free flow combat. But then something changed along the way where it really, the next time I got to try it out at the hands-on event they had in LA just about a month ago, that's when I was like, oh my God, like, it's free flow combat, like pretty much 1-to-1. And so, yeah, seeing that Rocksteady was involved in the development in some way, maybe towards that home stretch to get it out the door, who knows? It's really awesome. It's awesome to see that they still got it. If they want to go back to Batman, we can get that same old Arkham combat that we know and love, and that revolutionized combat in video games.
Well, like I kind of feel like this is like their way to prove it to, obviously the ones who are have all the cash, the executives, the investors, and if they're like, hey, this game was a huge hit, can we have a more mature version of it? And they're like, well, we did help out with this, why don't you let us do this and everything? What were like the call outs from previous Batman games that they led into this Lego game here?
Oh man, there's so much. I mean, there's love in there and nods to even just the Arkham franchise as well, which was just, for me, it really warmed my heart. But I mean, this movie, it's trying to basically be like an amalgamation of every Batman movie, even the ones that people don't love. You know what I mean? Like there's missions and references and callbacks to like Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, which was just awesome. Like that.
Is the bat suit in there?
Which one?
The George Clooney one. One.
Almost any bat suit you can think of is in this game. Yeah, they got the George Clooney one. They got the Val Kilmer one. They've got the Ben Affleck ones. Like every suit, all of them. Basically, think of a bat suit. It's in the game. But it was crazy. They even had like the latest comic run from Matt Fraction. They have the suit from that comic run in this game, and that's like that started this year. You know what I mean? So like they really did their homework. And they really wanted to make this the ultimate like Batman experience for fans. And yeah,
Mhm.
there's tons of references and so many great moments. I mean, I talked about it last month when I got my hands on. They recreated the Batman the animated series intro
Yeah.
in the game, and it's like one to one, but with the Lego kind of charm thrown in there too. And they have so many moments like that throughout the
Yeah.
entire game.
I
They're
did see a
callbacks to
dance
movies.
off in one of them.
There's
Yeah.
a dance off. There's a dance off. I mean, they have like the iconic moment from the Batman with Penguin, like the car chase. And what I thought was so cool too is since it's all within the family, since it's all like under the DC umbrella, it
Mhm.
wasn't just that they were like giving subtle nods. It was like, no, they're recreating these scenes, music and all. You know, and the only finishing touches that they add is just again that Lego charm, right? There's adding that tiny little bit of wittiness, that lightheartedness that you hope for, that levity that you want out of these kinds of games. And they do so like in spades. It's not overdone to the point where it's annoying. It's clever. And I had so much fun with it. I had a really, really good time with the game.
Yeah. I heard you did mention like they do give you a lot of content. Was it like, and that's like how the Lego games are. Was there just like an overflow of content
Yes.
of just like, all right, here's this and here's these 6 additional characters
Yeah.
and this mission here and everything. And
Yeah.
did you find that was a little too much in a way from staying from a perfect game?
Yeah, I mean, so I gave it an 8 out of 10. So obviously, I have a couple of negatives that I wanted to
Yeah.
go over. One of them really is that there is too much to do. It's weird to complain about. I honestly feel like,
Sounds like
why
too
am
much
I saying
water
this?
meme from
Yeah,
IGN.
literally, literally. But it's one of those things where, especially like towards the end of the game, once you kind of open up Pandora's box and you really
Mhm.
unlock the game, every time I open up my map, I'm overwhelmed. There is like a million collectibles, a billion little side things to do. And to be honest, like I think what I was a little bummed out about is that like some of the side quests and some of like the side activities, they're more so just like Lego fun things to do rather
Yeah.
than like Batman side quests. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Like
okay,
get
you
the
have
golden Lego piece or something like that all the time.
exactly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like little things like that. Or like there's like one where it's like you gotta wrangle a bunch of pets that escaped from Gotham Zoo, you know, and it's just like whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Batman will does no time for this.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Joker's terrorizing the city. Why do I care
Yeah,
about the Jaguar that's in the streets? So yeah, like there's little things like that where I'm just like, I kind of wish it was more Batman focused when it came to some of these quests. But at the end of the day, like again, it is a weird thing to complain about too much to do. It is just
yeah,
that it's quite overwhelming. And from what I understand, as somebody who doesn't avidly play Lego games, a lot of people say that this is kind of a recurring issue with these games in general, and
yeah,
that it's just a collectathon, you know,
yeah.
like and
They
and
want to
that's
they want
that's
to
how I
keep your
felt.
child busy for hopefully many hours and
Yes.
days on end because
Lego games were ahead of their time, you know, before
yeah.
live services existed. Lego games were like, how do we keep somebody's attention for as long as possible with our game? Just throw in a trillion collectibles.
Yeah. And how was like the voice acting in the game?
You know,
Is it Will
it's
Arnett, I
fine.
guess?
It's not Will Arnett. It's
Interesting.
oh, I can't remember. I think his name
I
is
remember that
Shai.
Jimmy Kimmel like skit. He's like, "I'm
Oh,
Lego Batman," and I was
so
like,
good.
"They're like, get out of here, man." We don't want
Nobody
you.
cares about
They're
Lego
like-
Batman. Yeah. Honestly, that it would have been great if it was him. I'm not gonna lie, because he has like he has good cadence to the voice, and I think he does a good job with like being a Batman, but also like having fun with it. I didn't think the voice actor for this game was all that bad or anything like
Mhm.
that. It's just that like it wasn't perfect or it wasn't anything overly special. Some of the other voice actors are like it's weird because I'm not listening in the way that I'm expecting these like insane, incredible performances. It's
Yeah,
more so just it's dialogue for the sake of dialogue to move the story along. But some of it's pretty fun, and some of the timing on some of the jokes and the line delivery is pretty good. There wasn't anything in there where I was like, oh, that's some really bad voice acting, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the gameplay we covered it as well. And like, I guess how was the besides we really dabble a little bit in presentation. How was the remainder of the presentation of the game? Obviously, I assume it has like its own dedicated story, and it's just not going like reliving all the through the Batman
Yeah.
like main stories or.
So it kind of is. It kind of is just like an amalgamation of all these movies, and it's trying to tell the Batman origin
Yeah.
through the lens of some of these films. And it's
Even the
utilizing like
Robert Patterson one.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
They're playing around with like key moments from each of those films to
Mhm.
tell this one long story. To be honest, there is stuff in there that's kind of original that they're trying to like explore as well. They went over sort of like the Joker was Red Hood before he was Joker, right? And the Ace
Okay.
Chemicals incident and all that stuff. Like they want to do some stuff that's just original to this game, but at the end of the day, it really is it's plucking all of these amazing pieces from Batman's history
Yeah.
and essentially trying to fit them into this large puzzle. And that's what the game's story is. And it's good. Like I won't
Hmm.
say it's anything incredible. It didn't blow my mind or anything like that, but I had a thoroughly good time with the story mode. In
Yeah.
terms of like other negatives, I'm trying to think like, okay, the Batmobile controls I feel like aren't as great. And it's weird because Arkham Knight I feel like spoiled me on a lot of expectations for Batman games.
Yeah.
Um, and for as much as people might complain or have issues with the Batmobile in that game, it handles flawlessly. Like it is actually insane that Rocksteady was able to throw that in one of their games and have it handle like one of the best racing games I've ever played.
Yeah.
The way you can bank corners and drift on turns and stuff like that, it just feels so smooth, and it spoiled me because when I got into this game, I was like, I just
Not
can't
the
quite
same.
do
Yeah.
it like that, you know? Like, and I don't know, it's like my brain just can't adjust to the way it
Yeah.
works in this game. Um, yeah, so that was another thing that I think kind of frustrated me a little bit. The opening of the game is quite long. Like,
Hmm.
it was to the point where, like, they threw me into the city. I was Batman now, but I hadn't yet unlocked the ability to glide, which I thought, like,
Oh,
that was something where I was like, "Why
that's
why do I have to play through a bunch of missions to get the ability to glide?" Like, that should as soon as I'm in the city, that should be available
that
to
should
me,
be
you know what I
available right
mean?
away. Like I feel
Yeah,
like that was like a Batman standard he had on day one.
exactly, right? Exactly. So, like, I feel they took a bit too long with the prologue, like, it's one of those things where it's kinda difficult to wanna start a new save and jump back in from frame 1.
Yeah.
So the replayability isn't as prevalent there. Speaking of replayability, though, you can replay any of the story missions
Okay.
straight from the back computer, which is great because there's like collectibles and red bricks and all sorts of stuff that you can grab within the missions themselves.
Mhm.
Um, there's I'm trying to remember what else there is in the game to talk about. There's the Bat Cave, which you can
Yeah.
customize and you can kind of see like sort of fill up with all the different Batmobiles you unlock and all the suits that you get and the different playable characters. This Lego game too, it's different from the previous Lego Batman titles, right?
Yeah.
Where Lego Batman 2, Lego Batman 3, they were like, we're gonna give you every single character known to man, but only three of them will play slightly different from one another. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. And
in
this
this
is a multiplayer game too, right? As well,
yes,
or
it's
okay.
it's couch co-op only, so you
Oh
can't do
wow.
online
Okay.
co-op, which I'm kinda bummed about, honestly. I think online
Yeah.
co-op would have been great for this. And it's weird because it is very much designed around the co-op experience. Like, a lot of puzzles require both the characters. Even if you're playing solo, you're gonna wanna be switching between yourself as Batman and whoever the companion character is with you at the time. There's a lot of puzzles and things like that, that like things that are happening in the open world that you're going to want to have two players for. So if you do have a friend or if you know fathers and sons, family members, people want to
Yeah.
sit down on the couch and have some fun, this is a great game for that,
Absolutely.
honestly.
And you play
Um
this on PlayStation, and how was performance as well?
yeah, I played it on PS5 Pro. I
Okay.
did play on performance mode. I actually really want to try fidelity mode. I got to give it a go because a lot of people were saying that it looks unbelievable in fidelity mode.
Hmm.
Performance mode, I didn't really see any issues, no hitches. There's a couple texture pop-ins,
Okay.
some FOV issue, not FOV issues, but like distance things are
Distance,
popping
yeah,
in
distance
as I get
pop-ins, yeah.
closer to it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Little things like that, and a
Which
couple
is
of
interesting for
glitches.
a Lego game. You just figure like, oh, it'll just be there.
That's the thing. Yeah, right. And you know, it's a small game, just like 30 gigs, which is
Yeah,
I will say, which is insane considering
the
I know it's
amount
a
of
Lego
content
game.
in there.
Yeah, that. And I know it's a Lego game. I know this is like it's for kids. It's like I said, it's not Red Dead Redemption, but like visually, this game
Yeah.
is actually insane. Like the amount of detail on the character models, on
Mhm.
the open world, it's crazy. It legitimately feels like I took my Lego minifig and I popped it through my screen and it's in the video game now.
Yeah.
It feels so real, so tangible at times, which like hats off to the team at TT Games. How
Mhm.
I don't know how they pulled off that wizardry and managed to have the game only be 30 gigs on the download, especially with a
That's
map size that is
yeah.
double the Arkham Knights open world size.
That's insane.
That's
So
crazy.
that's really crazy. So it's not like so. It just sounds like to me now we're ready for another Batman game. That's what it
I
sounds
think
like to me.
so. I think this really primed us for another proper AAA experience. The something with like the that's more akin to the Arkham franchise. I mean, Rocksteady apparently is working on it, according to some rumors. So we'll see if that ever
Yeah.
comes to fruition.
Awesome. So is there anything else you want to? Any final thoughts you want to throw in here?
I think that's honestly that covers a majority of what I wanted to talk about. I think
Yeah.
this is it's overall just a great addition to the Lego franchise. This is for a lot of people, they said the best Lego game made. I It's one of the few that I've played. I wouldn't disagree with that, honestly. And again, if you're a Batman fan, if you're a Lego Batman fan, it's a must have. There's so much content in here, maybe too much content in here. It's going to keep you busy for quite a long time, most especially if you're trying to go for the platinum trophy. And I couldn't recommend it enough. I had a great time.
Absolutely. And this is on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and I did it come up for Switch 2 right away? I can remember that one was held yet or
Good
anything.
question. I don't know if it's on Switch 2 at launch. I don't remember hearing about it. So, but I
Yeah.
do know it's coming to Switch 2, which is this will be an amazing addition to your handheld library. This will be one of the better games that you can pick up for a
Mhm.
handheld to take on the go.
Especially with that game chat feature as
There
well.
you
If
go.
that has game chat feature on there, that'll be awesome to do
And
on
and I
top of that.
do and I do know that there were some people that were a little worried about PC performance and how it was
Mhm.
doing on PC. I spoke to one individual who played it on PC for review. They said they had a really good time with it. They didn't notice anything that was like abnormal. They didn't notice crashes or frame issues that were like too frequent to the point where they're like, okay, this is poorly optimized. From what I understand, it's well enough optimized that
Yeah.
it's not another PC launch disaster for WB.
Yeah, I just quickly check. It's not on Switch 2 just yet, but it
There you go.
is on its way. Which it'll probably be like a month or two away or something like
Here's
that.
hoping.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but Caboose, thank you so much for joining me, and everyone, we'll see you on the next episode. Take
See you
care.
guys.